It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the Superdome. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Finding room at midfield. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. The PAT, up and good. And the Saints are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing to begin, it's Hurts. He's gonna let this one go deep. That is hard! And they are not gonna catch up to him. He will score! 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And that is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
The Saints will punt this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Going for it all. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Saints 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On the ground, this is James Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Hurts looking to throw on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's a first carry for their running back. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for an Eagles first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Eagles.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Third and short, and Hurts will throw. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Good for the Saints.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll be set up now. up past the 40 with that one.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the rush gets home, he'll go down, they got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw them.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
That is brought in at the 10, and he will score again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From out of the gun, he'll throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back. On 2nd down, Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Hurts to the air on 1st down. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That one intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to get the football at their own 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Saints first down. The motion man is Nakua. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around,
and for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
He's got this complete. That's Smith. And he will score. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And the Eagles are going to get the football at their own 40.
You know, Mike, I think at this point, anytime you find yourself in a situation like this, your passing game has to just be thrown out altogether. I think right now it turns into a let's just execute our run, let's just try to get out of this game healthy and move on. I mean, this is 4 consecutive drives that have ended with an interception. I mean, it's almost unheard of. It tells me it's more than just a lack of execution. This quarterback right now is having some confidence issues. He's not seeing the field great, and they need to have a complete reset. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. A second down throw for Hurts. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and man.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And they'll let Dodger run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Right back to him on first down. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
First and 10 now from the 36. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
At the Saints' 23-yard line.
They face second down and 7. To throw is Hurts. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Hurts. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
1st down, Eagles.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That is caught to the goal line and in. Johnny Wilson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. They'll run with Cook. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Tiger.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he will go all the way. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, New Orleans. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. The Saints are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle 1st down.
Now it's Hurts. He'll get that to Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
To throw is Hurts. That one caught by Wilson. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's a handoff. He is in. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And good yardage there. He dives at the end to get as much as he can. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. They'll run. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain, and now it's 4th and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, 4th and goal, decision time, and they will go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
At the 1-yard line.
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. The defense still has 3 timeouts, so we'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting